And we're back to learning Gimp in a year, day 32. Let me show you the selection modes. We yet again create a new layer. It's transparent like we did in the last couple of videos. I used the rectangle selection tool. And I've shown you can use the bucket fill and click on it to color it. And now if I add a new selection, I can color that also. I go to select none. Both are on the same layer, this shape layer. Therefore it looks like we have one shape created. But there's an easy way to achieve the same effect. I create a new selection on a new layer, and you can see whenever I create a new one, the old one is erased. But that's only the case because I've got the first selection mode active. And you know what, let me reposition my window a little bit so that you can see the tooltip somewhat better. So the selection modes, they work for all selection tools, and these are the 4 icons right here. First one is for replacing every time you create a new selection, and you can see that for the ellipse select as well. So this is when you want to create one selection only. The second mode is for adding. So when you already have a selection, you can add more and more areas to it. And here for the ellipse works the same way. First mode replaces what we had. Second mode adds. And you can even combine that. Just make sure that both have this add mode active. Use the bucket fill tool. And if we left click on this now, you can see we have a very abstract shape. Let's start fresh with a new layer yet again. It's transparent. I'll create this rectangle selection. And there is a third mode for cutting out stuff. You cannot use it directly on the center. I'm going to show you that later on. But you can drag it outside and then create basically a cutout. Then switch to the second mode for adding. You're still on the rectangle tool. And you can add this right hand side again. And this is how you could create, for example, a cutout in center of a shape. But again, there's a different way to do it. Before we dive into that, we yet again create one. I use the subtract option, and you can see how that works. So this is basically a delete for the selections. Same goes for the ellipse. And as always, what you've got in the end, you can still color using the bucket fill. Good short key to memorize is Shift-Control-A. This for deselecting stuff. I'm going to use that from now on, so I don't go to select none. I use Shift-Control-A. Just in case, when you want to create a selection that doesn't work, it might be because you are on the third mode here, and this cannot create a selection that's only for subtracting from an existing selection. You can see that. Once again, that works for all selection tools. So if you left click drag and nothing happens, check the mode. Now I'm going to show you how to create this cutout very easily. What you need to do is to create a selection. I'll start with the first mode, the new selection. Then I deselect it. I reselect the tool, switch to subtraction, and now I can easily cut that out. So it's something that you have to know for it to work. You simply have to deselect your current selection once and then reselect the tool, and then you can create cutouts from the center. We have a fourth mode, and that is the intersection. An intersection, in simple terms, will just give you the overlap. So when you have a selection that exists and you create a second one, you will be left with wherever the overlap between the two would be. And once more, that works for all tools. Let me show you that for the ellipse select. Oh, I need to switch here to new selection. I switch to the fourth mode for intersection. And that's, for example, how you could create a half circle selection and stuff like that. Try that out yourself. It's a good idea to create a donut. So an ellipse with a cutout. Use all of these modes. Use the add, the intersection. As always, you only learn these programs by practicing. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.